Hi everybody, welcome to Balls and All, and today I'm doing something totally different. I'm down at the Belmont Sports Club, as you'll see throughout the show, and we're going to be all over the place. And I'm talking to Dennis. Hi Dennis, how are you?
Yeah, terrific, thank you.
And something we're going to do is get the balls and all rolling, as we always say, and kind of on my own a little bit today. And Dennis, you're the president here, and you're going to teach me how to do lawn ball.
Absolutely, it's an easy game to play.
Easy, okay. Yeah. What's the first step?
Hey, the main thing is putting this white thing down here, which is called a jack or a kitty, down the other end, which we'll just do now. And once we've done that, now we're going to put your bowl up, okay? And work out which way you're going to put your bowl, either left hand or the right hand.
Now these actually, as they roll, they don't just obviously go straight, they lean in or something, because there's something on one side, or there's something on both sides actually.
Because of the bias, so you've got to make sure the small rings are on the inside. Okay? So if you're going on the left hand side, make sure the rings are on the inside. Okay, if you're going on the right hand side, make sure it's on the inside. So we'll put the first one down. Nice and comfortable. So away we go. See how we end up. Perfect flow. Perfect flow. There you go. Easy.
So we're not allowed to walk down there and kick yours out of the way enough.
You just stay there.
All right.
The name of the game is to try and get close to that white bowl. The jack or the kitty, okay?
All right, so I'll get my helper here to hold this, if he can. I need to get your microphone in here. Yeah, I know it's really hard. Like this?
Yeah, beautiful. Just down
now, the little one, that means it leans that way?
Exactly, it'll curve in.
So if I want to do it this way, so it'll curve in that way.
That's right, yeah.
And you're going to be standing here, you can't go over it?
No, just keep 1 foot over the mat.
Okay, so obviously you try to do as close as you can?
Absolutely.
All right, but you don't step over it, do you?
No, that's okay, you can step over it, yeah,
okay.
As long as you've got 1 foot on the mat.
All right, so we're watching this, all right? I used to be professional this many weeks ago.
Just a touch strong.
I was aiming for the other one.
How many jacks do you want down there?
Okay. All right, well, I like jacks, by the way, and they should be sponsoring our show. Okay, now we're going to have one of the ladies here, the lady president. Hello, ma'am, your name?
Pam Whiteman.
Pam Whiteman, like Whiteman Park. And Pam, you're going to have a go now?
Yeah.
And Pam's got her professional gloves on here, as you'll notice, all the accessories.
To stop, to protect your hands against cancer.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's for the sun more than anything. Hang on, are you an innie or an outie? Because I see you got is this the big side?
This is the narrow side, see?
Okay. Okay, now what does that sign mean, Pam? When obviously she applauded because the women are winning, is that right?
There's a good bowl coming up, so she was applauding it. Oh, okay. She went like that. It went through that much.
Okay. So she's measuring how far.
Yes, letting me know when I put my next bowl down that I have to not put so much weight behind it.
Okay. Who's going to have a go now?
Sterling.
Okay, it's from Sterling.
Pam's husband.
Okay, Pam's husband from Sterling. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, Sterling is your name.
That's right.
Oh, I thought he said you're from Sterling. Okay.
Sterling work.
All right.
The other two have played on the backhand, what we call the backhand.
Yeah, that's from the left curving in.
Now I'll play the forehand, which is the windy side. See the flag?
Well, that's why mine went too far too, by the way, because of the wind.
So I'll take a little bit more grass than what they did. What we call grass is the green.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully it will be a good bowl.
So we're seeing that curved way out, obviously using the wind as well?
Correct. But see, I'm through. I've gone further than... See, she's indicated how far I've gone through.
Okay.
So I'd have to reduce the next bowl.
All right, so a little bit less next time. All right, who's up next? Come on. Here we go. And your name?
Pauline.
Pauline. Okay, Pauline. Now, do you right? You do right. Oh, you're doing left hand as well. See, I've worked that out already because the small circle and compared to the big circle, it leans towards the small circle. So that's going good. Obviously, that's gonna.
It's not going to go. Oh, it's coming.
Coming in nicely.
It's coming in nicely. I've taken a little bit too much grass. I shouldn't have bowled
Brought it
so
in a
far
bit
out.
more?
It should have been in
Now, what's the deal too? Obviously, how many bowls does each person get?
2 if you're playing on a 4 team.
So you have
2
4 on
balls
a side,
each.
so you're bowling 8 against
Yes.
one other team only?
Yes,
at a time?
1 on a team. Yes.
Okay, and then obviously the end result is whoever closest wins. That's all there is to
Exactly.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
yep.
it. All right, who's next? Here we go, Leo.
The secretary, Leo Hawley.
Leo Holly here. Hello, Leo. Now you've got one of the nose guards here, so obviously a lot of people keep punching you in the nose around here.
Yeah, no, that's cancer protection.
Yeah,
It's better wearing that than your bum on your face.
sure. Now, obviously, this is it's pretty important to kind of look after yourselves a bit because really you guys do play in summer quite a bit too, don't you? And you do get a lot of the full-on sun.
Yes, it's like cricket. We're out in the sun for over 4 hours at a time, and that can do some pretty severe damage to your skin.
Is that why they always put a bowls place right next to a pub too, because of the alcohol? I mean, the liquid you have to drink because of the heat.
The liquid up, yes.
All right, let's have a look at you. Oh, sorry, just before you go, sorry about that. He's on my side anyway. I'm trying to help you. Are you going outside or inside?
Going on the forehand, what they call
Okay.
forehand, and the idea is to come inside that bowl that's on the kitty now.
Okay, so you're actually trying to knock a ball away, aren't you? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
just
Okay.
Either touch the bowl or the kitty.
Yeah, that's looking good so far, isn't it, really? They reckon we should have been here yesterday, is that right?
Played this well before.
Okay, so then everyone would have another go each, is that correct? You haven't had a go yet, have you? Jane, are you girls going to come? Okay, we're talking to Jean Hawkins here. No relation to Lynn Hawkins here, are you? Up at Ellenbrook Speedway.
No. Oh, my son's into racing. My oldest boy's into racing, but not there. He goes to Wanneroo.
Right, now you going outside or inside?
I'll go on my backhand.
Okay, let's have a look at this. You're not allowed to run out there and actually give it a bit of a kick to get it going, are you?
I'd like to.
Okay, who's our last one here? Here we go. That's right, you can swear all you like. I'm told the women swear more than the blokes here.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't.
Okay. Oh, buggers. Let's say bugger. And you're Beryl. Beryl Cameron. Okay, Beryl, let's have a look at yours. Now, are you going outside or inside?
Out this way.
Okay, everyone goes that way.
She is a left-hander.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
Gosh, I don't know whether I can handle this bowl though.
They say it's important to be able to handle the balls correctly.
No, but not when they're too big for you.
Okay, now everyone's going to have another bit of a go at it.
Thanks very much. But the bowls come in all sizes, 0 to 7,
Yeah.
depending on the size of the hand, you see.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, we're going to let you guys do it one more time, then we're going to see how you go with the jack. Okay, now we're down here near the jack, as you say. Now, Dennis, obviously, what do you do now? Do you actually measure it? Is a lot done just by eye, or how's it done?
that's correct. Yeah, the bowl that's closest to the jack is the shot. Okay, but sometimes they're very close, so you get your measuring tape out to see which is the closest.
And is it from the outside of the ball to the outside of the ball? Is that how you measure
That's
it?
right. Yeah, right from these.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So this means obviously I would have won there.
One shot.
Okay. And is there a second place for those? Just one winner and that's it?
Yeah, if your team has got that bowl there and that's second shot, you get 2 shots, you see?
Okay.
Okay, 3 or 4, whichever.
Okay.
The closest bowls, are in the count, as we call them.
Okay, now we know there's bowls all over Australia, by the way, but of course here in the metro area. But if you're here in the Belmont area, how would they get in touch with you?
Oh, look, absolutely. Just phone us, Belmont City Bowling Club, on 9277 5355. We'd certainly appreciate any new bowlers or experienced bowlers.
So if you're someone like me and you want to have a go, it is good fun, and anyone can get involved, and it's any age, anybody can come down and have a go.
Absolutely, and we have 3 coaches here who are willing to teach you how to bowl.
Some of us need it. Okay, we're going to be taking a break, and we'll see where we end up from here. Hi everybody, welcome back, and guess what? We're over here at the Midland Military Markets because I'm talking to Chris and Pam. How are you, Chris?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good. And Pam?
Good afternoon, everybody, or good day, everybody.
G'day. And we're looking at the table that you can win. This is the outdoor setting, and we don't use any rubbish here, do we?
It's all high-class Jarrah furniture. Flies are bad today, aren't they?
Flies are free when you come out anywhere.
Yeah, no, top quality Jarrah, and they'll last a lifetime. Takes my weight and also takes your weight, mate.
It would take us both dancing on this table, I reckon. What do you say?
Yeah.
And we're at the Jarrah Junction. You can find that right here at the Midland Military Markets, and we're going to be giving this away. And you've decided, we've talked about it, we're actually going to extend it for one more week. Is that correct?
That's right. Extend it to the 9th of December, and one more week. And we're going to give away a $900 outdoor setting.
As well as what's the Midland Military? Geez, you wouldn't want to be too alcoholicized to be saying that. The Triple M given away here.
They're giving away $200 in market money. That means that you can spend it anywhere in the market. And all you have to do is pop on down here on the 9th of December and answer a few questions, and we'll all have a ball here and draw a beautiful Jarrah setting, and someone's taking it home for Christmas, that's for sure.
That's fantastic. And the Balls and All gang will be here. We'll be asking you some really hard questions like, what color is green or something like that, something that's really technical. And these are beautiful, and this is one of the more economical ones, but you got the great big settings, and you guys also do everything custom made as well if people really want it.
Yeah, that's right, mate. This is the actual giveaway one is for $900 is our standard setting, but we go up to the larger ones with 2.4 table, up to $2,000.
It almost seems a shame to actually put these outside, really, and I'm told that a lot of people actually buy these and use them in the house, of course.
Yes, they do. One of our first settings that we ever built went inside a beautiful big games room, and the lady thought, I've got a few children, they're a bit rough on everything else, and she thought that's where it went, into the games room, and I think she still got it there, and that's a few years ago.
She still has. Beautiful stuff. Jarrah, to me, is really the most beautiful timber in the world, but someone reckons something about some other timber over east or whatever, but to me this is my favourite.
Well, it's WA timber, and what else can we say? It's WA timber. Right. So it's news to the environment in WA, and solid Jarrah. Can't beat it.
All right, now on your screen, at the bottom of your screen, you'll be seeing, of course, this table, but you'll also be seeing how to contact us. Make sure you get a self-addressed stamped envelope in. We're going to be putting it in here into a barrel on the day, 9th of December. You've got to be present 2 o'clock too on the day, so be prepared to come down on that day and possibly collect this and be able to take it home with you, and possibly a couple $100 worth, or it'll be divided, I imagine. We're going to spread it around a bit. A couple $100 of Midland Military Market money. But also, too, when you come up here and you mention Balls and All, that you're a fan of Balls and All, what happens as well?
Well, we'll give you 10% off any outdoor setting. Just mention Balls and Alls, and we'll give you 10% off any outdoor setting.
Nice and easy. So beautiful setting, and it'll take a bloke like me, so it'll take anybody. So what a nice time for Christmas and everything. Come and get one of these. All right, now we're going to be going to a story. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Pam.
Good. I'll hope to see everybody down here on the 9th of December, and you can win a beautiful outdoor setting. It'll be our pleasure to give it away.
That's fantastic. Thanks a lot for that. Now we're going to go to part 1 of when we went down to the thing, and where did we go? The Rhine Club. Yeah, okay, at the Oktoberfest, and I'll tell you what, that was a great night too. And they could have used some of these tables down there because they were all having a bit of fun dancing around on tables.
Oh, these will stand up to it, especially our rustic ones, our big rustic ones where we set out. They've got all the feature bits and pieces in them. They'll stand up to just about anything, and it won't matter if you put a mark on the top of them.
No, it doesn't at all.
It'd be a shame to put a mark on something like this. Dance on it.
It'd be fun to dance on.
Hello, I'm James from Balls and All, and as you can tell by the music behind me and the beer in front of me, we're down here at the Rhine Donut Club. I think I got it right that time.
Yes.
And I'm speaking with Fritzi. How are you going?
Thank you very much, James. And I'm so happy that you're here tonight to celebrate the Oktoberfest, which of course originated 1810 in Bavaria, Germany. And it was made, the prince was marrying an Austrian princess, and then Bavaria became a kingdom. It was just a dukedom, and because of that, the prince said everybody, all classes, regardless, should celebrate, and that's how Oktoberfest was born. And since every 12th of October, they celebrate in Bavaria, in Munich, this festival. And we in our club, which existed 42 years, are having this Oktoberfest, right, Volker?
Exactly. Yeah, and you're the president. Volker, how are you going?
I'm very well, thank you very much for asking.
Yeah. And what kind of events come down here?
We have many events. We have, for instance, our Oktoberfest. We have a folk dance festival coming up next Easter, where about 14 dance groups from around Australia coming to our club to attend this festival. We have a very famous New Year's Eve evening, where our club is always packed to the hilt. And we have many more exciting dances throughout the year. I think our club has a lot to offer to anybody or everybody.
No, thanks a lot for inviting us down here. One thing I noticed is there's a lot of rooms in this place. Would you like to explain some of the facilities here?
Well, we have facilities. We have a shooting range. We entertain the sports of table tennis. We have a yoga group. We have a mixed choir. We do have a Model Railway club in our club. And the list goes on and on. And we have room for many more. And we're open to new members anytime.
Do they have to be German people, or anyone can come down and join?
No, you don't have to be German. You have to be friendly. That's all what is needed.
That's great. Yeah. And what kind of things, like you said, you got the shooting gallery, is that open every day of the week, or?
The pistol shooting is open every Wednesday night, and the rifle shooting every Friday night. So is the pool, to play the billiards pool. And we have the card players, which come Wednesday night and Friday night as well. So we have actually for everybody, we cater who is interested to join.
Yes, that's great. You were just holding up some food. Would you like to tell us a bit about it?
Well, it is traditional German Oktoberfest food. Sausages, Weißwurst, Bratwurst, sauerkraut and potato salad. That's what you would expect to get in Germany at the Oktoberfest. And the music in the background and the entertainment goes with it.
Now, it's a Friday night here and it's pretty cruisy, but do you usually get quite a big crowd?
On a Saturday night, Oktoberfest, we get a full house. We had a full house for the last 2 weeks. We booked out for next week, and we already 3/4 booked for the last week.
That's awesome. That's really great. Now, what is your role here?
Well, at the moment I'm vice secretary to support the secretary, and I was school leader for the student exchange, and I used to run the play school. And a couple years ago, I was even kitchen leader, and I was running the kitchen with the help of the club committee.
Fritzi is the Mother Superior of the Rhine Club.
And how long have you been involved with the Rhine-Donner Club?
Well, I'm involved 37 years. My children learn German here in the German classes, and I love it. It's a piece of my homeland, and we all are good friends.
Now, thank you guys very much for inviting us. Sorry, thanks a lot, Moose. I forgot to ask the last question. If anyone out there wants to get in contact and come down, because it's a great atmosphere, there's great beer, and we do love beer, and good people, what's the number they can contact?
Wait, see.
Come on. 933. Oh my God, I can't.
3633.
3633.
One more time for the camera.
933-6488. Right? I don't know. Okay.
It doesn't matter, because what we're going to do, we're going to put it up. We're going to put it right on the screen now as you're watching. It's going to come up, so it doesn't matter. Oh, hang on. Here we go. We do have the number.
Can't see it.
You know, when people, I know my own phone number.
I'm the same. I can't remember anything.
On it.
It must be somewhere on it.
It's not on it. I'm getting stupid here. It must be all the beer. It's not on it.
Never mind.
It's okay. We'll put it up on the screen so all the viewers, when you're watching, it'll come up right now. It'll be about here somewhere.
Check that phone number.
Yeah, we'll get the phone number, and make sure you give them a call. Come down and have some fun. So thank you very much. Now I'm speaking to one of the other fellas down here. Peter, how you going, mate?
Good. Thank you. Good. Thank
Good.
you.
And would you like to tell us a bit about your outfit there?
I don't know yet. Maybe I have to do some shoe bladder dancing.
Yeah.
But I don't know yet. Then so we see what's how many turns up.
All right. Now, how long have you been in this club?
Oh, since 75.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Quite a long time.
Yeah.
How big is Oktoberfest in Germany?
Oh, I can't say. Yeah, it is.
Does the whole country kind of stop and get into the festive season, or?
Nah, I don't think so. There's not a lot of tourists comes there.
Yeah.
I think the most that comes there might be tourists.
Yeah.
I think that would be, I don't know, could be a couple of million come.
Yeah.
But not all from Germany, as I said, there's a lot of tourists there. I've been there once. Oh, there's getting lost.
So you're enjoying the Oktoberfest down here?
Yep. I've been joining it since I came here in 75. Yeah. First in Claremont Showground, we did it there first. First I joined anyway. And then in Fremantle we've been as well. Yeah. And now we're back here in the club. Yep.
All right. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Yep. All the best.
There's a beer in there, open wide. How you going? Yeah, it's not play school. It's real still balls and all. And we're going to have part 2 to that story next week. We're going to be taking a break and see wherever we pop up. Oh, I think we're going to go and see where Justin and James are. I think they're over at Lancelin. Done a bit of bike riding, so we'll catch up with them after the break.
Hello, I'm James. I'm here with Justin. And we're from Balls and All. On a bit of a serious matter first, I'd like to, one of my really good friends, Angelo Perozzi, I went to high school with, his father, Francesco Perozzi, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. I'd just like to give my condolences and hope you guys are getting on okay. But Justin, why are we here, mate? Apart from falling off.
Well, you've proven that once again, Jimmy. The art of falling off, mate. You've got, what, 115 on your bike, and that's about your quota for the day, I think.
Jimmy Seth boy, mate.
But no, we're up here at Lancelin again. We sort of decided to get away from the rat race in Perth for a couple of hours actually for the day, so we've come up here to have a look around, brought a couple of mates up, so it should be a good day.
Now, one thing, as you said, yeah, we have had I've had a few stacks. One thing that I noticed out here, well, sunny's on, is extremely bright out there, isn't it? Like you just boot it over a hill and there's nothing there, so you end up falling.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like today, it's really bad. There's like no tracks to follow. Like if there's tracks over the dunes, you can more or less judge to see whether it's like that or like that. A lot of the time, you're expecting to be like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
Just, as you know, just smack into the side of the wall, really.
I think one of the things, if you're coming out here, try and go with a group of guys, so that way if anything does happen, and try and wear a bit of protective stuff. I need it especially, but yeah, because like we're saying, the dunes they go away.
Good fun, Jimmy. A lot of people up here with paddle tyres on the bikes, and the difference is just huge. So if you got a paddle, you should be wearing it.
Okay, and what's that, mate? Pick it up and show everyone.
With this, you can't come up to Lancelin without doing a bit of a sandboarding trick up these dunes.
We're going to get it going behind the four-wheel drive a little bit later.
Well, you got the ski rope, you got the wax, you Got the $50 special from Cash Converters, and you can't go wrong, eh?
So we're going to have to get Dank, the cameraman, out there behind the ute.
Old cameraman Dank's going to be running the miles.
Yeah.
But how about we get the balls and all rolling?
Yeah.
We'll sort of psych ourselves up for this.
Yeah, get ready for the old snowboard, a bit more bike riding.
Send the story.
Okay, I'll send her the first story. It's one I did quite a few weeks ago now. It was on the last day of Ellenbrook Speedway for this season, and I spoke to Phil Richards, and take a look at the story. Hello, I'm James from Balls and All, and I'm speaking with Phil Richards. How you going, Phil?
Yeah, good, thanks. James, how are you?
Good. Would you like to tell me a bit about the beast behind me?
Well, this car is a fully imported Bullet chassis straight out of Pekin, Indiana in America. It's made by Ray Callahan from Bullet Chassis. This car used to be actually his house car. It's a car that he drove for a while, and I purchased it from a guy named Mike Speakman in Baltimore, Maryland, 2 years ago, and have been racing it ever since. It's a 430 cubic inch all aluminium engine and produces about 650 horsepower.
Okay, so it runs obviously. What class is it?
This is called late model racing. It's a class that's derivative from the American division of late models, and they call them dirt late models. In the States they have some rather large fields turning up for some of the bigger races, and just recently they cancelled out a $1 million to win race because of some rain. And they have cars of fields of 200 or 300 cars turning up for some of their bigger meetings. Here in Western Australia, it's only a new class. This is coming into its 4th season now, and we've got at this point we've got about 17 cars, and doing extremely well. Very competitive cars as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And whereabouts do you race?
We race everywhere from Geraldton through to Kalgoorlie and Esperance, and most places in between. Kwinana Motorplex would probably be our biggest event. We spend probably 11 of our 20 race meetings at the Motorplex, and we also have 5 meetings at Bunbury, and then we travel to the other country tracks to support the smaller country divisions and sort of to help. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
And do you race all year round?
No, we only race from probably now. This is our first race meeting now in October, and we'll go through to probably April, where we will finish up. And during that period we'll have approximately 20 race meetings, usually spaced maybe a week apart. Sometimes we'll do 2 shows in the one weekend, a Friday night at the Motorplex and a Saturday at Bunbury.
Yep. Now I know, like you said before, it's an American car, so it's a left-hand drive. Is there any other reason why it's left-hand drive?
Yeah, being a left-hand drive, most of the weight is then concentrated on the inside of the turn, so we can produce faster cornering speeds. And also the weight is correct without having to add lead or anything. Some of the right-hand drive cars have to add lead to produce the weight that they need on the left side for maximum cornering speed.
Awesome. Now when you're racing, do you take any notice of the gauges, like you've got red meter and all that stuff? Or
actually no, we don't have a tacho. We have what's called an MSD ignition system in this car, a multi-spark discharge that has a built-in rev limiter, so we adjust that to 7,000 RPM, but we can have anything we want, anywhere from 5 through to 9,000 RPM. But for this engine, 7,000 is all we really need. We have a fuel pressure gauge, an oil pressure gauge, a water temperature gauge, and an oil temperature gauge. And yeah, we try to monitor those as much as we can. Oil pressure and water temperature are probably the 2 most important. But at the same time, we have what's called idiot lights. So if something should go wrong that we don't take any notice of, we get a bright light flashing in our face that warns us something's gone wrong.
Something's gone wrong.
That's it.
Awesome. Now, is it just raced around speedway type tracks, or do they ever get raced on road?
No, unfortunately they're designed only to go one way. We can only turn left with the cars. That's how they are designed. Because of the weight distribution and having 54% of our weight on the left-hand side of the car, they don't turn very well to the right. Although we have to avoid accidents from time to time. No, they're not designed to do that. Only on dirt tracks, not on bitumen. They do in the States race these sorts of cars on bitumen, but they have windows and all sorts of other things in them.
Oh, okay.
So we just get to race on dirt here.
Yeah, that's cool. What kind of maintenance do you have to do to keep it running every race?
Between races at a meeting, we would be washing it, preparing tyres, oils, belts, just general safety items, making sure the steering and everything's intact, making sure the fuel tank's full, making sure the tyre pressures are up to spec, make sure the wheel nuts are tight. During at the track is not a great deal of maintenance, but as you saw just recently, when you hit something really hard, there's a fair bit of work to do on the front when things go wrong. During the week, there's lots and lots of things to do. We have to check valve springs, tappet clearances, diff oil, gearbox oil, universal joints. We've got a lot of work to do during the week. We would probably spend maybe 8 to 10 hours during the week fixing up maintenance items that need to be repaired.
Awesome. Well, this is very cool, new class, very interesting. Thanks a lot for your time.
James, you're more than welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
a lot to Phil for that interview, and as you can see, it was very interesting, nice car, and we'll catch up with them next year down the Ellenbrook Speedway. We're going to go catch up with Moose and all the gang right after this breaks, and we'll leave you with a bit of footage of what we got up to for the rest of the day here at Lancelin, apart from Dank crashing it.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. And Justin and James, we got another big story coming up in the near future about what's going on up at Wedge Island up near Lancelin. And we'll be telling you a bit about what's happening there, a little bit about maybe slightly political, and sometimes we don't mind sticking them out a little bit because that's what the show's we're really about sports and leisure, but sometimes when you see something happening, you do kind of want to say something about it. I'll tell you real briefly, they're looking at trying to bulldoze all the fishermen shacks up there, and it's really no need for as far as we can see. We'll be looking at talking to a few people up there and giving you a bit of insight. But anyway, let's move on. We're trying to give you as much sports and leisure activities this week we can. Just while I'm here, I want to say a big thank you to everybody and a big hi to everybody we spoke to last week over at Ascot on the Melbourne Cup Day. It was a great day. Thanks to the people in the Channel 10 tent too. We kind of run amok a bit there a little bit. And hi to everybody, and it's really good to see so many people do watch the show and you follow it. Now, a while back we went down to a big festival, a big Samoen festival, and they did a little bit of dancing for us. Let's go have a look at that. Well, we're here at Beckenham watching the Samoan Day, all the cultural events that are happening, and of course the main dancers of the day. Well, they're all main dancers as they are, but we're here for the Samoan Festival, and I'm going to go along talking to the girls and the guys and get their names for you. Your name?
Betty.
Betty?
June.
June?
Nia.
Nia?
Lena.
Nina?
Sharon.
Sarah?
Lossa.
Lossa?
Jane.
Jane?
Lava. Avi.
Ronald.
George. Enoka. That's like E-N-O-K-A.
That's how we spell it, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Now, how long have you guys all been together?
2 years.
2 years? 2 years? And you enjoy it?
Yeah.
So they don't want me to ask any long questions. And the meaning of life?
I don't know. Yes, thanks to everyone over there at the Samoan Festival. That was fantastic. And don't forget, here on Bulls and All, it's your sports and leisure show. And it's not just about blonde hair, blue-eyed, it's everybody. So we're all Australian. If you're in a particular culture or whatever and you'd like to spread the word around of what you're doing, like they did at the Austrian Club and the Rhine-Donau Club and anywhere else, let us know and we'll make sure we spread it around. Okay, don't forget, get your entries in, as I said earlier, about that table and chairs. It's fantastic. I wish I could enter. I might try and put a bocce name in anyway, like Rhino or something, or Elephant or something. But okay, now we're going to go and have a look at when I did an interview recently at the Ministry of Sport. I spoke to a lovely lady named Jo Davies, who's also with the netball team, the Western Flames, and let's have a look at that. It's all about the Be Active Day. Hi everybody, I'm here at the Ministry of Sport and Recreation up in Perry Field, as you might notice, those of you who've sat in the high part of the stands, and we're watching all kinds of things not happening down below, and that's what we're here talking about, is something I need to do a whole lot more. I'm sure my wife's agreeing on that, and a whole lot of people need to do a lot more, and that's become more active. And I'm talking to Jo Davies. Hi Jo, how are you?
I'm most good, thank you.
Now tell us, Active Australia, obviously Australians are great sportsmen, sports people, as we've seen with the Olympic Games and every other sport, especially that we've covered here on Balls and All. Now tell us a bit about Active Australia.
Well, there has been obviously a very successful couple of weeks in terms of the high performance side of Australian sport, but unfortunately there's an increasing trend that sort of at community level that we may not be as fit as we might appear to be. So Active Australia is basically, in its most simplest form, just trying to promote people to be more physically active and therefore leading a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, now I know one of the guys on Balls and All needs to be a lot more active, and he's certainly gained a bit of weight, and he's wearing a purple shirt. Now, what Active Australia Day we've had just recently, but Active Australia, what kind of events are there and who are we looking at to get involved?
Well, basically the idea behind Active Australia Day was to promote that message that people should just get out and be active and not keep putting it off and just start now rather than later. The other important side of it is to look at the various organisations that can provide opportunities for people to be physically active. So we're involving local councils, various sporting organisations, and obviously the Ministry of Sport and Recreation is trying to improve the networks between those organisations to make it easier for people to participate.
So the people we're looking at is basically anybody and everybody?
Yep, certainly. Obviously, especially kids, because there is an increasing problem with kids becoming a lot more obese. I think the statistic is about 25% of school children are at risk of developing heart disease, so they're a prime target. But we're certainly trying to promote lifelong participation in physical activity, whether it be sport or just walking, whatever it may be, right through till people, get into their senior years.
Do you find this thing, like with the kids, a little bit hard to believe? Like, when I was a boy, we kind of got up in the morning, went out playing all day, and they had to drag us home in the evening. But do you think it's a lot to do with like internet and computers and Nintendos and Dreamcasts and all these games around at the moment?
Absolutely. I guess when we were younger, there weren't as many choices for us, and so it was a lot easier to just go out and play sport or muck around with your friends, whatever. But certainly now, the choices that kids have to make, there's plenty. And
Videos,
so,
DVDs,
yep.
all that kind of
Absolutely. So sporting organisations are competing against all those sorts of things, and kids are probably choosing to sit down in front of a computer rather than go out and be active in some form.
Yeah, now I know that with almost all the sports that we talk to here on Bulls and all, they're all saying the same thing. Our numbers are declining, or it's hard to get people or hard to keep people. I know even with gridiron, which in America obviously is the biggest sport going, here we're lucky sometimes to get enough guys to make decent teams and whatever. So do you find that this is the push, obviously, to try to get people to start getting involved in sports?
Certainly. We're certainly promoting the importance of being involved with physical activity and the benefits of it, as well as sort of trying to promote the fact that if people aren't physically active, there's always the risk of heart disease, obesity, and a range of other things. So certainly from the Ministry of Sport and Recreation's point of view, our big focus now is really on trying to promote people to get physically active and trying to coordinate that with a range of other organisations that are involved with that area, so that it is a more coordinated approach and it is easier for people to access physical activity opportunities.
For sure. Now, what kind of events are they looking at? Now, you mentioned a lot of different councils, so obviously that's one place for the people out there to start ringing the local council and see do you know roughly what kind of different activities they may have going?
There's a range of activities. If people are interested in organised sport, there's obviously the traditional clubs and sporting organisations that provide that, and many of the local councils have local directories of the sporting clubs in their local areas, or of course there's the Ministry's website actually has a directory of sporting organisations and recreation organisations, but there are also a range of other activities that they provide for at the local level. There are walking groups, there might be outdoor recreation groups, but it might be not as complicated as that. Maybe it's just a matter of brushing the cobwebs off the bike in the garage, or just walking to the bus stop instead of driving to work, or taking the stairs instead of the lift. There are a range of things that people can do if they just want to improve their fitness or their health. But then if they want to take the next step into more structured physical activity, there are options, and local councils are often a good point. Sure.
Whatever. As we know, you're involved with the Western Flames.
Yeah. The Western Flames is the state ladies indoor cricket side. So yeah.
Doing well. Now, if someone wants to get involved and they want to be active, which we all, I know many of us need to, as I've mentioned a couple of times, what's the best way to go about it? Contact the council and contact the Ministry of Sport?
Yeah, I'd say that there's two options. Either contact their local council, or they can check out our website here, www.msr.wa.gov.au.
Etc., etc., etc.
Or they can ring the Ministry of Sport and Recreation.
For sure, and Norman Moore will be happy to take all your calls on that. Hi, Norman. Something else, a lot of people, like elderly people, we're going to be talking about the Have a Go Day that's coming up soon. But a lot of sports, too, are looking for people who maybe, like, say, for instance, gridiron, as I keep mentioning, maybe you can't play it, but you'd like to get involved and help out. All kinds of sports all over the state are looking for volunteers, people to help out, and it's good for you, too, because some people, I know there's a lot of people who retire, they go home and they sit down and they say, well, what the hell am I going to do for the rest of my life? Where if you get involved, contact your local council, get involved just by becoming a volunteer and helping out. And the more volunteers many sports have, the better off we all are.
Certainly, without volunteers, sport and recreation wouldn't exist. I think there's about 1.5 million volunteers involved with sport and recreation across Australia, so it gives an indication of how important they are. And certainly it's getting harder to get volunteers to commit time and basically attend the committee meetings or run the canteens or whatever the case may be. But now's a good opportunity to promote volunteering in sport and recreation, with next year being the International Year of Volunteers. Yeah. So it's a good opportunity for us to look at ways in which we can recruit more volunteers, retain them, and also recognise the important contribution that they make.
Fantastic. Now, upcoming events that the Ministry of Sport's looking at?
Yeah, well, the Ministry is involved with a range of things to do with sport and recreation in WA. Obviously, ongoing things are involved with coach education, education of officials, helping clubs with how they operate. But as I mentioned before, a prime focus is going to be to do with a physical activity strategy for Western Australia, and that will be a focus in conjunction with a range of other organisations, both government and non-government, really looking at how we can develop a more coordinated approach to promoting physical activity, what research is needed to back that up, and a range of other things, just to really get that message out there that we need more Australians to be more physically active.
Fantastic. We're happy to do it here on Balls and All. Well, thanks very much, Joe, for talking to us. Don't forget, get in touch with that webpage, contact your local council, and also too, as I say, we've got the Have a Go Day coming up, and then later on the year we're going to have a chat with you about some interesting statistics that are going to be coming out about the sports and whatever. So if you're involved with that, make sure you get your information in, and go the Western Flames.
Thanks, Moose. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks to Joe and all the gang up there at the Ministry of Sport for that story about the Be Active Day. And I think I said once or twice that, of course, that's something I should be doing. Someone who is active, and your name, sir?
Bill Butler.
Bill Butler. Now, Bill, we're here in the Cloverdale. I suppose it's the Cloverdale Sportsman's Club. Where are we? Belmont Sportsman's Club, and just sitting here, and I heard this fella right here having a bit of a play with his guitar and a bit of a song. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave you, and he's going to be taking you out to the end of the show. Don't forget, every Monday night, 8:30, right here on Channel 31, you get Balls and All. And don't forget, get your self-addressed stamped envelopes into us about that beautiful Jarrah outdoor setting from Jarrah Junction up there at the Midland Military Markets. It's going out on the 2nd of December, so you got to get your letters in quick. Tell everybody about it. It's over $900 worth of beautiful outdoor furniture there, and it's there for you. All you got to do is write it into Balls and All. If you do go in there, mention that you're a fan of Balls and All, you get 10% discount, and also the Midland Military Markets are going to throw in $200 of the Midland Military Markets money. So, yeah, it looks like a great deal. So, get your letters in, self-addressed stamped envelope, and email us, whatever. We'll put your name in even if you email us. But you have to be present on the day, don't forget too. All right, well, we're going to leave you with Mr. Butler here, and he's going to be doing a song. So we'll see you next Monday night at 8:30.
On a lowly tipper and two, and on man take the red, and gray eyes and will full memory gleam. For I know it sits in lightly, and again